Hey guys, I feel like I film every video from this angle, but when sugar's low, that's kind of what I do. And sugar is the topic of today's vlog. So today is June 20th, 2024, and I had been having sugar issues starting in April of 2021. We didn't have a diagnosis. We weren't sure if it was CFRD, if it was, just hypoglycemia, but we didn't know what from. So from April until June, I was just kind of winging it. I had seen my CF clinic, but I hadn't seen an endocrine, or maybe I saw endocrine once. We were trying to figure out what was going on. I was going through multiple tests and stuff. And then the day before today, so June 19th, I ended up in the ER with blood sugar that was just unmanageable, because at that point in my life, unlike now, I didn't know what my triggers were. I didn't know exactly how to fix it or what was causing it in the first place, which I know now is high carb and exercise. So I couldn't control it because I just didn't know even what was going on. So they ended up taking me to the ICU to do the 3-day fasting challenge, which is a test for reactive hypoglycemia and for an insulinoma, which I did not have, which some days I wish I did because it would have been simpler. But anyway, and I remember back then being so scared. Like, first of all, since I was like a bitty baby, I've never been in the ICU, don't really ever want to be again. So I was scared just by having to go there. And I was alone because my mom was working. Like, she came up when she could, but she couldn't be there all the time. It was bright. And then I wasn't allowed to eat anything. They wanted to purposely keep my sugar low to test for an insulinoma to see if my body was producing insulin even when my sugar was already low, which it kind of does, but not in the same vein. But I'm not going to get into the technical science of it. So I was weak, I was lightheaded, I wasn't allowed to eat anything for like 2.5 days, and it was just a really scary place to be, and not knowing what was going on. So I think I was only there for 2 nights and 1 day. I think I left the second morning to go up to the floor, because we were waiting for my blood sugar to drop to 50, and that's how long it took. So I wasn't in there very long, but it was a very long time. And even when I got up to the floor, that's when I met with the endocrine and met with everybody, and I got the official diagnosis of reactive hypoglycemia, which, a brief synopsis of it is my body overreacts to carbs and produces way too much insulin and sends me low. So it's like the opposite of diabetes, pretty much. Not sure if it's caused from the CF or because we have like blood sugar issues in our family tree. I will never know which part it came from. But yeah, so 3 years is crazy. In some ways, I still miss my old life where I could not have to starve until I exercise. Like when I do my horse riding lessons, I always do them really early in the morning so that I can eat at a reasonable time, because if I eat beforehand, I'll go low. If I don't, I won't, which is a nice tidbit that I figured out, because back then I didn't know that. So now I know that I have a safety window in the morning most of the time that if I exercise before breakfast, then I don't have to worry about sugar. So that's typically when I would do my exercise. And yeah, so in some ways I still miss my old life. I still miss not having to worry about blood sugar. Even now it's been driving me a little bit insane. I miss having to not spend money on test strips and all that stuff. But in other ways, it's just life. Like I said, it's been 3 years now. And as scary as that time of my life was, I'm really thankful that I had doctors that took me seriously and, got me the diagnosis so I could move forward. I'm thankful for friends that has diabetes that helped me learn all the ropes initially and still helps me to this day, because he gets it. Even though it's opposite, he gets it. And yeah, so it's just a quick little vlog to say it's been 3 years and I've learned to adapt. I've learned, like I said, the exercises. I've learned what foods I can eat, what foods I can't, and if I eat the foods I can't, then I know I'm going to go low. But sometimes I eat them anyway, because everybody needs a potato chip every now and then, right? And yeah, so this is life. This is life with 2 chronic illnesses, because, cystic fibrosis, but this is also 3 years of surviving with it, thriving with it, and it's probably something I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of my life. There's a chance it could become diabetes in the future. But for now, I'm just thankful to hit the 3-year mark and know more about my body and be able to cope with it better than I could back then.